Hello, welcome back to our series of seated Pilates exercises. Today we're going to explore the joys of the resistance band. If you don't have a resistance band, something else stretchy will be wonderful. So stretchy pair of tights, a dressing gown cord, a scarf, something you don't mind actually stretching. Okay, so these moves are amazing. I love using resistance bands. And for many people with chronic illnesses, these are fantastic because you can then work as hard as you want to, but you then get the additional support as well. And they're fantastic for stretching, using them for stretching as well as strengthening your body. So we're going to use this today and we're going to have a quick introduction to some of the moves that you could do so that you can then pause the video and do a few repetitions of them and then continue the video. So for now, we're just going to start with your alignment. So we're always going to start our exercises like this. So bring your bums towards the front of the chair. Double check you've got plenty of buttocks on chair so you don't fall off. And we're going to start with some very gentle pelvic tilts, starting to warm up the spine and the pelvis and the hips. So nice and smooth, tilting the pelvis, imagining it's like a sloshing bowl of water, sloshing the water backwards and sloshing the water forwards. That's it. Well done. And then bring your pelvis somewhere in the middle where you're not sloshing the water. Perfect. And circle the shoulders. And remembering if you're prone to hypermobility, keep these a little bit small. You don't need to do big circles. Well done, and then release the shoulders. So you're sitting tall. You can rest your hands on your lap if you wish, or let them dangle down by your sides. And then we're going to draw a figure of 8 with the nose, so a nice gentle one, nothing too big. Taking some deep breaths as you do this. Well done. Bringing your faces back. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is put the band underneath your foot. So just one of your feet. And I'm just going to say, be aware of face pingage potential. So try and make sure the band is quite flat underneath your foot. And then grab hold of it so there's a little bit of resistance in the band. And then I'm going to put my foot to the side. We're going to point and flex the foot. So a gentle push away of the band and then release. And while you're here, think about your posture. So think about your tall seated position. Try not to fall off the chair. Tall seated position. That's it. And your stomach very slightly lifted, just a tiny bit of pulling your belly button back as you point and flex. And then we're going to swap. So I like to do the mid-air effect. So you don't have to bend over all over again and point and flex. And remembering to keep your knee soft in the leg that's pointing and flexing, so you're not bending the knee backwards as you point away. And then if you keep your elbows tucked as well and your shoulders down, you won't bring strain into your neck and shoulders. And then we're going to swap again. And we're going to very gently lift the leg and hinge back. And you could stay rested against the chair here if you want to, as you do this, or you could gently hinge and return back upwards. That's it. Either way, you're still going to be activating lots of muscles. You're going to activate your tummy muscles and your thigh muscles. Well done. And then we're going to swap again. That's it. And by the way, the reason we keep swapping is just so we can give the legs a rest in between each exercise. You can stay with one leg and do all the reps on one side and then move to the other. And as you'll see, we're not doing too many, so you can listen to your bodies and rest when you need to. Swapping again. This time we're going to lean back against the chair and push away and return. And with this, you can have as much resistance as you like. So if you've got quite heavy legs, say maybe you've got lymphedema or lipedema, you might want a stronger band, and you might want a bit more resistance in the band, so the legs are better supported. That's it. And swap. Here we go. Push and retract. That's it, just double checking your shoulders are still down and your elbows are tucked. Okay, and then taking a moment to just rest the fingers. That's it. So get the blood flow back in them. And we're going to put both feet on the band this time. So double checking you've got a stable base for your feet. And sitting tall, belly button very slightly lifted, so very slightly pulling back. Shoulders are down, going to very gently bicep curl, keeping the elbows tucked into the sides, and return. And the joys of these bands is that you can move your hands further away if you want to make it easier, or you could move them further down if you want to make it harder. That's it. So nice gentle bicep curls. Well done. And then lengthen the legs, but remembering not to bend the knees backwards. We're going to gently row back and return. That's it. Well done, one more like this. And then we're going to do a couple of lateral lifts. So bringing the arms out to the sides and returning. For this one, you can hold the band like this, or you could change the angle of how you're holding the band. So it's coming in through your thumbs as you do it. But just being really careful with your shoulders. You're not pulling out too hard, and you're keeping the shoulders in the joints if you've got unstable shoulders. Well done. And then lengthening the legs again. Let's do tricep presses, pulling back and returning, introducing a gentle hinge as well. Well done. And if you want to go a bit more, you could keep the elbows there and bend and push. That's it. So I am working you really, really hard today, so I'm hoping you're taking plenty of breaks as you do this. That's it. One more. Well done. And then release. Just bring the band onto your lap for a moment as you circle the shoulders and give your fingers a wiggle. Okay, so the band is around your knees, and tighten it so you've tied your knees together and then let your hands rest. And we're going to very gently externally rotate and then return. And I do mean gently, you don't need to push this too hard as you rotate outwards and return. So this can be done one at a time, or if you fancy, you could do both at the same time. Well done. And then we're going to step out and back. And out and back. Well done. And one more. That's it. And then release. Perfect. Okay. So we are going to bring the band onto our palms like this. Shoulders are released. And lightly grip the band. Make sure the elbows are just very slightly forward from your chest, so a touch forward as opposed to coming back here. Keep the elbows tucked in as you open and closed. That's it. And this, as always, can be harder or easier. You could move your hands out further. You could use a lighter band. If you wanted to go harder, you could move the hands closer together. So just the most important thing is you're listening to your bodies. If you can try and keep your wrist straight as you do this, so it's not the wrist taking all the work, it's the muscles in your upper back and shoulders and arms. Well done. And a final one for you is bringing the arms out, shoulders back and down, and push and return, and push and return. So this whole workout can be as long as you like, or it could be a gentle one, or you could pick and choose some of the moves each day. But hopefully you'll find it really helpful in gently strengthening your muscles in your own time. Okay, just going to show you a stretch. This is my favourite stretch. If you grab hold of the band, the end with the two pieces, and then fling it over the shoulder, and grab hold of it via the other side, and gently lift. So you've got that nice tricep stretch going on here. If that isn't available to you, you could gently press just here and lift. That's it. So enjoy it and breathe as you do this one. And then we're going to swap to the other side. So flinging it over, grab hold of it by the other side and reach. Well done. And then underneath your foot. So place the band underneath your foot, bring the foot in front of you and flex the foot, but double check that the knee is soft. And we're going to gently hinge forward. So teeny tiny hinge, just lengthening the muscles and breathing. You can move in and out of it, or you could lightly hold it. That's it. And then swap sides. Hinging forward. And then back. And then you are done with your band. So give your fingers a wiggle, give them a shake, give them a rub. That's it. And then in celebration of your gorgeous strengthening and stretching, breathing in, lifting the arms up to your heights that's available to you. And then exhale, press the hands down past your chest and thank your body and your mind for bringing you to us today. Well done, everybody.